Hello guys, Mr. Fluffy Pants here. Today guys, another review, and today I'm reviewing WandaVision Season 1, Episode 7, which is entitled Breaking the Fourth Wall, and in case you guys missed my other reviews for the other episodes, check those out, and make sure you guys subscribe for, the last two episodes coming out pretty soon. But if you guys haven't watched this episode yet, make sure you go watch it, because this will contain spoilers. But Episode 7, you know how every episode is based off sitcom. This episode is kind of based off of Modern Family, and I heard The Office. Haven't watched either of those, or I think there's like one more or two I want to say, I think Happy Endings or something. But from what I heard, the intro is kind of inspired by The Office and Happy Endings. I'm not sure about that though, like I said, but I did think it was interesting that the show's intro just mostly had Wanda and then just had Vision at the end. But so pretty much this episode, Wanda is by herself at her house with, and also this episode is really when shit hits the fan, I guess you could say. But so pretty much Wanda's at home, and she's kind of depressed from last week's episode, because Vision ain't there, Pietro ain't there, and she even straight up tells her kids later that Pietro is not there, or the guy that's Pietro is not their uncle at all. So she's on it because he's absent for a majority of the episode, and she's like, well, I can't make your father be here if you don't want to. And they ran upstairs to tell her that, something, because in this episode we see that this world keeps glitching. Like we see like the two twins, they're playing their video games or whatnot. It starts changing between like Ataris, and it even changes the Uno at one point, which I thought was pretty funny. And we even see like later whenever after Agnes takes the kids, so Wanda can have a little bit of her time. Everything starts glitching, and she don't really have control of it, which I have heard that some of it is that, that now the hex is like so big now, it's kind of hard for her to control. She can't really, it's taking more power or whatnot from her. But, so, like I said, Agnes takes, the kids to go watch them, and, excuse me, but, she takes the kids, and we also cut back to, Vision and, Vision wakes up at the circus thing, because that's the storage facility or whatnot. He sees Darcy, which is like an escape artist, which is kind of funny. She's changed to a truck because she was handcuffed to the front of that van ending of last episode or whatnot. But Vision wakes up, and he takes Darcy out of the little spell or whatnot. So they're kind of helping each other now. Darcy's pretty much catching Vision up the whole way, and she's like, well, yeah, you died twice. She had to watch both times. One time it was at her own hand or whatnot, and it still didn't really help the matter none, because Thanos still got the stone, blah blah. Pretty much catching him up. You can see how Vision looks so sad or whatnot, and then Darcy's like, well, I mean, I've been watching WandaVision for like the past week, and like you and Wanda's love's real, and and then you could definitely tell something's trying to stall them, because they got like road construction which stops them, and like a kids crossing or whatnot. And then Vision's finally enough, like he's like, I'm out here, just flies to the roof, and Darcy's like, you just gonna leave me here? And then whenever he's also getting the one's retired, but whenever he's also getting interviewed, because like the Modern Family kind of thing, because Wanda does too throughout the episode, which I think is kind of funny. And like Agnes does later, but he's like, I don't even know why I'm sitting here. He just gets up and goes, which I think is funny. But that's pretty much all we see of them this episode. We also cut back to Jimmy Woo and well, hang on, before we go there, we got like one quick scene with Hayward. He says something about we're starting that right now or something. So I guess they're gonna do like a full on attack, or I don't know what they're gonna do. But interesting with Hayward, and we learned that Hayward's that last classified file was Operation Cataract, which is about bringing Vision back to life, which I think is interesting. So I'm sure they're definitely interested in how Vision's still alive, I guess. But and then and then we cut back to Jimmy Woo and Monica, which they meet up with some person from the military, which gives them a armored rover or whatnot, and Monica starts to drive that through the hex or whatnot, but then it's like, no, you can't go through there, and then like it pretty much like turns half the truck into into a pickup truck, and it's kind of cool. But then Monica's like, screw this. She just straight up starts running through the hex or whatnot, and Jimmy's like, why would you do that? He's kind of looking sad or whatnot, but she makes it through, and this is actually the origin story of Monica as Spectrum or Photon or whatever they end up calling her. But you see her eyes glowing or whatnot. That was a beautiful sequence though. Her fragmenting kind of reminded me of Ghost a little bit, and all the different colors, and how she can see like energy waves and all that. That was really cool, I think. But she gets through. She starts running over to Wanda's house and tries to, then Wanda gets mad. She's like, "You better get out." And, she tries to like slam her through the floor, kind of like she did Division in Civil War. And Monica's like, "Nah." And she uses her powers, and you see Wanda's a little bit surprised. She starts playing with Wanda. She's like, "Don't be the bad guy. Hayward thinks you are or whatnot." And you can tell that she's starting to get through to Wanda for sure. And then Agnes is like, "Oh, no, no, no." She peeks out from the window and she comes outside and she's like, "Come on, Wanda." And she tells Monica she better get out of there. And then Wanda turns around while they're walking away. He's like, I will hurt you," or something like that. But, Agnes takes Wanda back to her house and, sits down on the couch or whatnot. And she notices that there's 2 half-eaten peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, some drinks, and the children's show on the TV. And this, it's very unsettling, I must say, but, because there's no kids in sight, and I don't know, something's just very off. Whoever, directed this scene and did, like, set work and all that, they did a very good job of kind of making it unsettling and creepy, like, where are the kids at? And Agnes is like, I think they're playing in the basement or whatnot. So Wanda goes down there, of course. We see these really creepy vine things, and it leads into, like, this demonic Satan-looking room. Really creepy ruins, some artifacts everywhere and stuff. It's very well set design, but, kind of giving a Stranger Things vibes with all the vines everywhere. But even, I think I even saw, like, a goat head in there or whatnot, which, like I said, is very satanic. But and then we get the reveal that Agnes is Agnes Hartgress, which is from the comics or whatnot. But she's like, "You didn't think you were the only magical gal in town." And then we get this reveal that, and kind of like a show intro, I think it's based off the monsters, but it's like Agatha all along. We see that she was behind the scenes the entire time, puppeteering. Pietro, and her last line is like, "I even killed Sparky too." And we see that she's the person behind the camera and whatnot. Just very cool reveal. And she's got like this purple magic and stuff. And we see in the very first episode, like we haven't seen her costume fully, but from what it looks like, her costume looks very cool, I must say. It's like purple and greenish black color. Very cool. But and also, she seems very villainous, and, that last cackle at the end of the episode is just fantastic. And then there's even an end credit scene, Monica makes it to Agnes's house, opens up the door, and we see Evan Peters' character, whoever, he's supposed to be. He's like, Snooper's gonna snoop, or something like that. And then we see Monica, she's got, like, the purple magic in her eyes, because, Agatha at the end of the episode also, uses her powers on Wanda and gives her, like, the purple eyes, which, it's kind of like what Wanda did to the soldiers, Hayward soldiers, when, she uses her magic, the right eyes turn around, that means that, like, you're under your mind control or whatnot. But very interesting. And one thing that's also interesting is this episode was only, like, 37 minutes, which, and we had a rumor last week that, I think that Kevin Feige said that the show's around a 6-hour runtime, but so far we're only like 3.5 hours, I want to say, something like that. But someone did the math, and like either next 2 episodes got to be an hour and a half each or something like that, or which I think is a good idea. But what's also a really good idea is having the next episode be like the same amount of time, and then like the final episode you just have like a straight up movie. And I also heard that next week's episode is going to be just kind of like a flashback to get us all caught up, kind of like with what episode 3 was for us then, if that makes any sense. But we'll see how all this started, how, why Wanda stole his body, Vision's body, and all that, which I think could be interesting. And then, the final episode is just the big fight, which we've been kind of shown in trailers where, Wanda's like, well, we got to fight for it or whatnot, so, her and Vision will be teaming up. And I really hope Vision can, survive outside of the Hex. That'd be really cool. And also that really weird kind of book we see is very weird, in Agatha's basement. I guess it kind of reminds me of Necronomicon from Evil Dead a little bit. I don't know why, but, it's like glowing in magic, or maybe one of the books from Doctor Strange. I don't know. I also hope Doctor Strange shows up in the final 2 episodes. That'd be really cool. But overall, though, this episode was great. Like, that revealed the end of Agatha. I mean, we kind of seen it coming, but it did kind of throw us off base last week, with Agatha and Vision's little thing they did. definitely caught, kind of threw some of us off guard. But, they've been, saying this even before the show came out, because her name is Agnes, which is kind of a play on Agatha Harkness. I don't know, kind of weird. But overall, though, I thought this episode was really good. I'm going to give this episode a 9.5 out of 10. I cannot wait to see what the next 2 episodes are on me. I can't believe there's still 2 more episodes. Like, we're actually starting to finally get, some answers, a little bit more questions, but, a little bit of answers. But really excited to see how this goes, and also really excited to see where Monica's character kind of goes now that she's got her powers, I guess. But and also please let Jimmy Woo be in the next few episodes, or the last 2 episodes. That'd be really cool. But anyway, guys, check out my Twitter and Discord link in the description. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down below. Like I said, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. But like and subscribe for more. Check out some of their videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.